gentlemen, it's your boy Bulletz Gotti. I had to try this shit one more time, man, because it was acting up. We live. Um, Let me share this shit. Because the first time I went on here, it was like acting up. So we live. A lot to talk about. I got some content that I will be dropping tonight. Um, I think I'm gonna do another hood story, another street piece. I did Nicky Barnes. I got to head up and say, yo, son, you got to do another Harlem joint. And I say, you know what? You're right. I'm going to do another Harlem joint. So I want to talk about a lot that's going on in the media that I've been been watching. This whole Katt Williams situation. Um, Jonathan Majors, um, Meek and his old homie Dean. They beefing right now. Keefe D, they talking about he's getting like $750,000 basically on bail. So everybody hit the like button. Share this live. We live right now. I want to tell everybody that's pulling up, you know, salute to everybody. And I want to thank everybody that's new to my channel that's been subscribing. We at 37,000. We will be at I'm doing good, Queen. I'm doing good, beautiful. How is you doing? You all right this evening? Yeah, so everybody that's been subscribed to my channel, we almost at 38,000. Me and Gully had a conversation. And I'm gonna tell y'all this right now. I do not have beef for Gully TV. Shout out to Troy Ave. Me, Gully, and Troy Ave. It was a positive conversation. I told Gully, you know what, Gully? Um, if I said something to offend you and your platform, you know, when I told him, I said straight up, man, I felt you was being big-headed. I felt when you did the Haitian Jack shit, you was kind of big-headed. I kept it real, you know what I'm saying? But I said, you know, I don't got no personal problems with you. And I apologize like a man, you know what I'm saying? So me and Gully CB do not have any beef. I just want y'all to know that. So it won't be me and Gully going back and forth. We've been doing it since 2019. It's 2024, man. I don't want to continue that. You know what I'm saying? Um, I want to further my path of doing great content. And really, I never had an issue with dude. Really and truly. I really wanted to squash it. I wanted to squash it when I was up there with Hassan, but I'm glad that Av was able to do that, squash it, and we had a conversation, you know. And like I said, I don't got no beef with Gully. I told Gully, like, I'm still a fan. I watch his platform. I like the dudes, the artists he got on there, like Jamal Gasol, a lot of the dudes that I fuck with, he fuck with on the music level, like Huss, Kingpin, and all of them. You know, he fuck with Av, I fuck with Av. You know what I'm saying? So, really and truly, I really didn't have an issue with him. You know, really didn't have an issue. You know, really didn't have an issue. You know, I really thought, like, you know, a lot of niggas take serious into their projects. His project, he had a project that he was working on, and you know, Grams and wow, what's good with you, homie? You know, so like I said, man, I just wanted to clear that up. Shout out to my boy KO, so frosty. He was up there. You know what I'm saying? Guards of the city, that's my peoples. You know. But yeah, Bulletz Gotti and Gully TV are not beefing no more. I'm letting y'all know that. The beef is officially over. It's done. Shout out to Troy Ave for letting me and him speak. You know, that was a great conversation that we had, and I understood where he was coming from, and he understood where I was coming from. And like I told him, like, I was coming in the game. I was young, I was fresh, you know. I was coming in, I'm older now, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I'm older now. When I was coming in there, man, I was only like, damn, how old was I when I first came on YouTube? I was real young when I first came. Like when I started my platform, I was like 23. Yeah, I was 23. I'm gonna be 29 this year, man. The fuck I look like beefing, going back and forth. Come on, man. It's all love though. Salute the gully. You know what I'm saying? Salute the gully and shout out to my brother Troy Ave. You know what I'm saying? That's my boy. Troy Ave and me is hella tight. We hella cool. And if he rocking with him, I'm rocking with son. It is what it is. You know. He told me like straight up. I had a conversation with him. I was glad I got to talk to Gully because me and him never got to really talk. So fuck with BG new music. BG been coming out with that fire. BG one of my favorite rappers. Tosh, what's up, beautiful? How you doing, love? BG one of my favorite rappers. Yeah, BG one of my favorite rappers from the South. You got BG, you got Juvenile, you got Scarface, you got 8 Ball of MJG. BG one of my favorites. So I'm fucking with BG music. BG been dumping that whole Gucci Man project. He was dumping on there. So definitely one of my favorites. Like he's in my top 10, top 5 South list with Luda and on Jeezy and them niggas. You know what I'm saying? Cause really, back in the days, it was Luda, Jeezy. T.I. cool, but I wasn't really a big, I tell people, I wasn't really a big T.I. Like T.I. grew on me when he did T.I. versus Tip and the King album. That's when I really was fucking with T.I. You know what I'm saying? Because I like Why You Wanna and all them joints. But Gucci, Jeezy and them niggas, Gucci and them niggas, they had me. You know what I'm saying? You know? But I only like 2 albums from T.I., just like I only like 2 albums from Rick Ross. But shout out to the BG. Welcome home to the homie. Um, Shit, there's a lot of shit to talk about. Damn, it's a lot of shit I want to talk about today, man. But and let me say this to the YouTubers, man. Niggas like Hassan Campbell and Zip with the Drip and 10 Toes, man. Y'all niggas need to move on, man. It's quite embarrassing to see niggas still carrying on. You know what I'm saying? Like Hassan did a live stream and he was mentioning my name, right? And said what he said, bruh. I'm out here grinding, my nigga. This is the thing what a lot of people don't understand about Hassan Campbell, right? Hassan got a platform, right? That he could have just stayed out of that nigga shit and banked and then made crazy bank. Like Math Hoff and them niggas. But a nigga like that, he like the nigga shit, right? 99% of these niggas on YouTube like the nigga shit. Fuck is you talking about Illuminati, nigga? Listen, bro. I'm gonna keep it real with you, bro. I don't give a fuck about the Illuminati, this and that, because you gotta realize something, right? None of these black niggas that we be talking about run the industry. They don't. Okay? Let me explain something, right? Cause I read the book Beware the Pale Horse, and I grew up on them teachings. A lot of that shit is spookism. A lot of these niggas care about fear mongering. Let me explain something. The Masonry, the Illuminati, all this stuff was created by the Moors, right? True story. Now, what the Caucasian did was like he do with everything else. Shout out to all my Caucasians. I got a lot of homies that's white. So I'm not going at them, but I'm just saying. What he did is like what everybody else do. He make the shit motherfucking demonic, right? But what people don't understand is, if you know history, just like when people talk about Aryans, right? If a Caucasian, see, I was watching a video, and the funny thing is, I always had these conversations about fucking like history, right? Because that's my favorite subject. When you read the history book, right? All those white crackers that talk about Aryan brotherhood, Aryan nation, they don't even know that the real Aryans is my complexion, is melanated people, right? So you got a bunch of Caucasian dudes that's talking about white power, and they pledge into the white Aryan nation, not knowing that the same nation that they talking about was once all melanated people. You see how history is? You see how motherfuckers get caught up in the bullshit that they don't tell y'all the facts of life? That's why I don't even get into all that race shit, because race is a social construct. I don't get into all this spookism with all this bullshit that niggas be talking about. You got niggas talking about a 10-foot alien. I remember back in 1999, 2000, when they said they were seeing UFOs and shit in the 2000s, if you remember that, right? It was on CNN one night, was watching Larry King. The tornadoes that was going on in the 2000s, that Y2K shit. See me, when you heard all that spookism and that fear-mongering shit, I stopped believing in all that shit, my nigga. Because niggas don't be right in anything they say. Nobody be right in anything they say. They said 2012 was going to be the end of the world. They said 2000 was going to be the end of the world. They say 1994 was going to be the end of the world. I don't believe none of that shit, because I don't live in fear. When you don't live in fear and you out of the matrix, you understand that you've been lied to, and it's a lot of agents out here that keep motherfuckers confused and keep niggas dumb and ignorant. You got niggas talking about, and I'm gonna do a video on this. You got people talking about demonic shit and evil and all this, but they don't even preach about religion. They don't even preach about spirituality. Let's keep it real. How you gonna be talking about? I'll be listening to some of these dudes that say they conspiracy theorists, right? I listen to them. A lot of times I listen to them. And I say, yo, y'all talk all this thing, but 99% of y'all niggas is atheists. So y'all non-believers. So if 99% of y'all motherfuckers is atheists, and y'all talking about demons and evil shit and demonic shit, but you living a demonic lifestyle by turning your back on religion. You got black women out here showing that they witches and shit. You get what I'm saying? So you got women that come out here talking witch shit, but then they want to talk about all these evil deities. That's why I don't believe none of that shit that these niggas be talking about, cause I'm not caught up in that dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? Cause I think 99% of everybody in this world sold they soul. I think 99% of all these motherfuckers in this world done did demonic shit. There's nobody clean in this world. If you drinking liquor, you a demon. Just keep it real. If you drinking liquor and you using drugs, that's selling your soul. If you fornicating, adultery, that's selling your soul. If you are throwing up, that's selling your soul right there. So if you throwing up gang signs, evil gang signs, demonic gang signs, you basically is what you talking about. See, I'm not a hypocrite. That's the thing with a lot of these people. They all hypocrites. I don't want to hear no truth from niggas that ain't speaking facts. Let's keep it real. You funny. You bottle Moet. Nah, but seriously, I just don't want to hear no motherfuckers. Ill Flow Spitter, what's good with you, homie? I just don't want to hear nobody talking about conspiracy theories and they indulging in shit that they saying that's evil and demonic. I just don't want to hear that because you're a hypocrite. If you throwing up gang signs and you are speaking negative verbiage, practicing gossiping is a sin in the Quran and in the Bible. You know? But there's a lot of messy people out here. So when you got a lot of messy people, that's why you got what you got with Katt Williams and all this other shit, Will Smith and all this. It's a lot of messy shit going on. You get what I'm saying? So, no, I don't believe in no Illuminati. I don't believe in none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? I believe, let me just rephrase that. I believe this secret society, there's always going to be a secret society out there. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the world. But do I sit here and say I believe in 99% of all this bullshit that these niggas be talking about? No. Because I used to watch Alex Jones, right? And Alex Jones was full of shit because he was a paid agent. So his job was to make people be on panic mode. If you tell motherfuckers on your platform that the world is going to turn to shit and that this is this and this is that, you got black niggas listening to fucking white supremacists that don't even know that the Aryan nation and that just an Aryan in general is a melanated man and a melanated woman. See, that's the type of shit that people got to really, like, hold the fuck up. See, they don't want people to know history. What's going on in America is what's always going on in America. Chick is coming home to roost. A lot of these dudes be liars. Let's keep it real. That's why they got these black dudes. That's the new face of that whole conspiracy theory bullshit. You see how they do it? Nah, we gonna tone down the white motherfuckers and we gonna put black niggas as the face of that. I don't believe none of you niggas, man. Cause you niggas ain't spitting no real shit. Talk to me with some real shit. I don't want to hear the same old shit. I done heard that from Steve Coakley, nigga. Steve Coakley was the truth. I done heard that from motherfucking Dr. York. Dr. York messagings was the truth. I don't want to hear nothing from motherfucking black niggas and even women that don't know where they at spiritually. So if you don't know where you at spiritually, you don't know if you a Muslim, you don't know if you a Christian, you don't know if you want to play in the devil workshop and want to be fucking witches and warlocks. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what these niggas want to be, man. Real shit. That's why I don't fuck with that nigga Hocus 4/5 bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Because Hocus 4/5 is a fraud. Anytime you listen to a nigga that say a rabbit hole, right? And he talk about demonic people and evil this, evil that, right? But he's still throwing up the blood shit. He's still throwing this up. He's still throwing up sex, money, murder. You cannot be against something that you still throwing up, that you calling everything demonic, but you throwing up demonic symbols. Tell me which motherfucking team you running with. I me personally, bro, I don't I'm a real judging character. See, I grew up listening to motherfuckers like Dr. York, right? And Dr. Ben. You know what made those brothers great? And Sonny Carson and them dudes. You know what made them brothers great? Khaled and all them. They stood for something. These dudes that be on these platforms trying to be social activists, they don't stand for shit. Cause what they did was they hid behind a hustle. It's a hustle. They don't believe none of that shit they talking. Y'all motherfuckers be playing these niggas. Like, look, Young Pharaoh, perfect example, right? Let's keep it real. Young Pharaoh got fucked over. You know why? Because he was a victim and he was a motherfucking sheep. He wasn't a wolf. So that's why they was able to lace him with drugs and how he fell off the way he did. Same thing with Tommy. Same thing with Hassan right now. They all fall off the same way. Because when you don't stand for nothing, you're going to quickly die out. See, people going to know the truth. You see, Bulletz Gotti, I don't got to lie to y'all. I speak the truth. Now, whether motherfuckers like what I'm saying or they don't, I'm a truth teller. I'm not a fucking all these other conscious community niggas. Like, keep it real with you. I don't got an issue with Umar. I think Umar is cool. I think Tariq is cool. You know? Griff, a nigga had respect for Professor Griff. But you know what really made me knew that Professor Griff was a fraud? Was when dude shot them police officers in Texas, right? And when he shot them police officers in Texas, you know what Professor Griff did? He said, "Oh, I don't know nothing about that. I ain't say nothing about that. What? No, I ain't talk about killing no police." But you see, these niggas don't remember the message they be pushing out in that conscious community. Just like when I told Sarnetta, nigga, you don't want to talk about crackers. So all of a sudden now you niggas want to talk about this and that because y'all don't stand for nothing. Y'all don't stand for nothing. Young Pharaoh could have been a top dog. But you see what happened to Young Pharaoh? He jumped on the Donald Trump bandwagon because he was fucking with Tommy. Tommy Sotomayor fan base went to become his fan base. And then you saw how quick Pharaoh fell off. Got laced. Fucking with these bitches, these IG model bitches. They laced him up. And now when you look at Young Pharaoh now, he's a shell of himself. He lost all his channels on YouTube. He's banned from YouTube. He got a new channel now with just only 2,000 subscribers. Tommy Sotomayor, another one. These were niggas that was big niggas. Pharaoh had 500,000 subscribers. How you go from 500,000 subs to 2,000? That just shows you, my nigga. When you don't got it, you don't got it. I don't make fun of nobody's. It's sad how Tommy and fucking Pharaoh crashed and burned. But it's the company that you keep. They was dealing with, see, it was the company that he kept that got him fucked over. And he never gonna be the same ever again. Cause he went from to the top all the way back to the bottom. That's crazy. To have the subscribers that he had at the time, 500,000 popping straight out the gate, was killing shit. To fall off like that, that's crazy. You know, Tommy Sotomayor was the biggest nigga on YouTube. He fell off. Now he trying to do the black conservative thing going on Fox News, but my nigga's too little too late. All time he had to do was switch it up. You keep talking about black women. Young Pharaoh, he thought he now popping. He got this whole new MAGA. He got the MAGA support. When they pulled up them old videos with him and SETI, they canceled him from the CPAC event. Said, nah, we can't have you at the CPAC event. And they dubbed him. This nigga had the world. And then after they dubbed him at CPAC, they clipped his channel because he was talking about suing YouTube. How you gonna sue somebody that you on a platform? Niggas gotta make it make sense. You know what I'm saying? Charleston White will make Charleston White stay relevant. And I tell niggas what make Charleston White stay relevant. Charleston White stay relevant because he just know how to be a shock value type of nigga. And the thing with him and Hassan, this is the thing with Hassan, what a lot of people don't understand. Hassan don't travel like Charleston White. Charleston White done did Fresh and Fit, Anton Daniels, the Danza Report, Cam Newton platform, Fresh and Fit, Vlad, Say Cheese. He capitalized the whole YouTube market. Now Hassan, on the other hand, he could have did that. But he's so scary that he can't. He's so scared to get out his comfort zone and leave New York to go travel and go to different platforms to expand his platform. That man ain't expanding his platform because he's comfortable with the people that he has on his platform. So when you comfortable, you'll never expand. Listen, Hassan been at 400,000 since 2022. He's still at 400,000. He's been at 400,000 since 2022. He's not elevated to a different amount, which is asinine to me. It's just asinine because, dude, you could have been at 500,000, 800,000. You still stuck at 400,000. That's crazy to me. You know, but I keep trying to tell y'all, man, these dudes, they don't know how to switch it up, man. They still want to be popping and thinking that, you know, they them niggas. Time waits on no man. You know, time waits on no man. You know, time waits on no man. You know, I don't know, man. I don't know, man. Troy been chilling, man. You know, the industry did him dirty, man. Did him wrong, man. Niggas switch sides on the homie, man. Niggas switch sides on the homie Yola. But let me get into this Katt Williams shit. So I watch. Yo, who's Chuck Morgan, man? Who that Chuck Morgan? I'm trying to figure out who that is. That's the dude. He got a platform about about Dr. York and R. Kelly, right? He like a former Nuwapian. I fuck with a lot of the brothers in the Nuwapian community. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with a lot of the brothers out there, Deuce Swan, all of them. Yeah, he did Vlad in New York, bro. He ain't leaving to go out to California to do a Vlad interview. He did Vlad in New York. And he was happy to do Vlad after he got shot. So who's to say he really got shot? He probably staged that shooting. You know what I'm saying? Just to get on Vlad platform. But yeah, I heard of the dude, Chuck Morgan. What is he? He like a Dr. York supporter? Some, because I seen his platform. I watched it quite a few times. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to just tell you this, right? The thing with Dr. York, and I tell people this all the time, if motherfuckers really did their homework on that case, it's deeper than what people think, man. It's deeper than what people think. You gotta look at it like this, right? Dr. York been in prison since 2004, right? A lot of people don't understand that when it comes to Jacob, his son, nobody knows that his son fucking listen, man, Hassan was thirsty to be on Vlad. Listen, I had a conversation with a muck. He wanted to be on Vlad. Me and him talked about that a couple before me and him fell out. I said, yo, Vlad gonna come calling to you. He said, yo, but Vlad don't fuck with me. I said, yeah, Vlad gonna call you to come on his platform. And look, when he got shot, he ended up on Vlad's platform. So I didn't tell him no lies. Man ended up right there on that platform. But with Jacob York, a lot of people say Jacob York set up his father, Dr. York. You know what I'm saying? Because he didn't help him out with the Lil Kim project, and because Jacob was out there hustling and pimping, and he wasn't co-signing that. That's what a lot of people say. You know? And it's fucked up because Dr. York had the whole Brooklyn, Harlem, all that. Yeah, Hassan is a female, my nigga. He got female emotions. You know, when you go through back in them days, Brooklyn, Harlem, Dr. York had the whole New York City on lock. You know, when you saw a lot of brothers with all that white on, and they had the white kufi, the yarmulke kufi, you know what I'm saying? Back in the 90s, they was on that frequency, man. Out in New York City. You know what I'm saying? It was huge, you know? But like I said, man, you know what I'm saying? I don't want no nigga with no power. I'll give you a perfect example. When Khalid Muhammad came for the Million Youth March, right? There was like 15 police officers infiltrated Khalid Muhammad organization. You know what I'm saying? These same conscious community niggas that you be thinking that's really conscious, bro, they been working. Miss Mo, how you doing, beautiful? They been working with the feds and all that, man. You know, so these dudes be CI snitches. I keep telling y'all that. Green Eyes was good, you know. But look at shit with the Keefe D shit. They got us bail for $750,000. I knew that was gonna happen. I knew he was gonna be able to get bailed out. But what did I tell y'all in my last two videos that I did on that whole East-West shit? Didn't I tell y'all that shit is COINTELPRO? Didn't I tell y'all that you gonna start seeing a lot of more shit come out about Pac and Biggie's death? That it's a lot of shit that they covering up. Ain't you heard what motherfucking? That's a fact. He was Muck Muck. He was definitely working for Giuliani and the NYPD. Derek Parker, he'll tell you that that's how they was able to infiltrate Dr. Khalid Muhammad through that man. Yo, I was in the club. I didn't smell some breath, bro. I didn't. I was like so not that close to him. So I couldn't smell his breath, bro. That's crazy though. But what did I tell y'all about that whole like the Tupac? Cause I'm doing a room tomorrow on Clubhouse. And see the thing with the Tupac and Biggie, everybody like to blame You already know, man. You know I'm working, man. Shout out to Troy Ave, man. Shout out to DJ Academics. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to DJ Academics. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Troy Ave and DJ Academics, man. You know we working. But let me get back to what I was saying about damn, what the fuck I was talking about? I lost train of thought. Keefe D. Let me get back to talking about Keefe D. So Keefe D, they basically is saying that Keefe D is going to be able to have probation. He's going to be able to be, not probation, I mean bail. He's going to be able to get bail. And his bail, they trying to set his bail for, if I'm not mistaken, for $750,000. At first, they wasn't able to get bail, but they lowered the bail to $750,000. So they could probably get 10% of that, put a house up or whatever, and they'll get 10% of that. He'll get on the street. Now, this the thing with Keefe D. And this is why I tell people about the dude Keefe, is that he was the scapegoat. If you really look at the whole, yo, chill with all that, Els, I'm going to put you on timeout for 10 minutes, bro. You got to chill with all that, them Els. So, when Keefe D did all these interviews, right? I don't know why people are surprised when he got arrested and all that, right? They want him to chill. But you see Suge Knight, you even see Gene Deal and Choke No Joke exposing certain shit. Tomorrow I'm going to Clubhouse. I'm gonna be playing audio and I'm gonna be doing a room. But what people don't understand, if you really listen to this whole shit with Keefe D and Reggie Wright and all these people, bro, I'm gonna say this right now. You know, nobody's talking about the next tale. Why nobody talking about that next tale, bro? Yo, Graves, you crazy. Why nobody's talking about how Snoop had a next tale in Vegas? Warren G spoke about it in his interview on Drink Champs. Why nobody talk about why Badass was supposed to go in the car with Suge and them, but was told by Snoop and them and Daz and them, don't ride with them? Why in the whole Last Man Standing documentary that they did on Suge, Pac, and Big and them, that they went and talked to Snoop cousin and made him out to be a suspect in the situation? Let's keep it real. Because everybody want to say Puff. Everybody want to say Puff. Everybody want to say Suge Knight. Puff got Pac killed. Suge Knight killed Biggie, right? But when you listen to Suge interview and you listen to all this audios that was out, it's like, hold on. Whoa. They had a next tale? You hearing this from the security guards? Like Michael Moore and Frank Alexander and Suge and everybody want to say Zip, right? But nobody looks at it that Greg Caden and them painted that to go after Zip, knowing that Zip didn't have nothing to do with none of that shit. They couldn't even prove the $1 million. When they came to New York and they put the audio on Keefe D, he got nothing. He told him he was sick with cancer and his nephew was taking over. That's all it was saying. But what they not telling you is that Kevin Gaines was right-way security David Mack was right way security, right? All these dudes was right way security. Salute, triple dogness. And but niggas don't understand, everything points back to Reggie, Harry O, David Kenner, Snoop Dogg. Let's keep it real. It points back, and I don't have a beef with Reggie, but I'm gonna just keep it real. Everything points back to Reggie Wright, David Kenner, Harry O, Snoop Dogg. Who's in charge of Death Row right now? If you listen to Suge collect call, what do Suge talk about? He said, listen, Snoop is the face, Harry O is the boss of Death Row. Come on, man. He telling you on the podcast, like, look, they wanted me out the way. They betrayed him. They betrayed me, and they wanted me out the way. That's what he telling y'all. They wanted me out the way, and Pac died wrong place at wrong time. But they wanted me out the way. So they gonna point and say Puffy did this, Suge did that, because that's the scapegoats. They want to turn the attention and want to turn the attention on Puff and Suge, knowing that Suge and Puff beef was record sales. Really? You know what I'm saying? It was a competition. It was competitive. But Snoop was already beefing with Pac, already beefing with Big, because he supposedly said they shot his trailer up. You know? And then, let's look at it like this. Snoop contacts Dave Mays about what Suge said. So why are you getting on with Dave Mays and getting on with Suge? What was said was said. It don't mean it had to been that it was the truth. But like they said, man, the truth shall set you free. You know what I'm saying? He got offended by what was said in the podcast. You know what I'm saying? But nobody's looking at, whoa, maybe it's some validity here. Because people gotta look, right? Tupac ain't start dissing Bad Boy and niggas in New York until that trailer got shot up. Let's keep it real. He didn't start doing diss tracks on Bad Boy and all these niggas, Mobb Deep and everybody, until the trailer got shot up. And then he did the first diss track with the Dog Pound, NYC 187. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. So, when you really look at it, it was some motherfucking behind the scenes shit that was going on. Internal beef. They wanted Suge out the way. Nobody ever looked at Haitian Jack was living with Lydia Harris, Harry O's wife. He was fucking Harry O's wife, Lydia Harris. Kevin Powell had a story. They don't have a video up no more on YouTube, but Kevin Powell had a story where, you know, Haitian Jack popped in on him, and he made a phone call, and Lydia Harris put him on the phone with Kevin Powell. Nobody talks about that. Right? So I try to tell motherfuckers, man, you got to really look at all this shit, man. You got to really look at this whole shit. Because if Pac didn't do that diss track because he was angry about them shooting at motherfucking Snoop. He was mad about them shooting at Snoop. That he went on and did a whole diss track on New York City because they done shot the trailer up with Snoop in them. But when it came to find out, Snoop went on the radio and said he ain't had beef with niggas. So he made Pac feel some type of way. That's why Pac wasn't on good terms with Snoop. Biggie wasn't on good terms with Snoop. So that's why I tell people, man, you gotta really peep the whole shit. They put the pieces to the puzzles. People ain't picking up on game or something. Ain't no way. You know what I'm saying? Why in the Last Man? I tell people, why in the documentary Last Man Standing? Y'all can go check it out. You know, we talked about Death Row. Why in the documentary that they insinuated Snoop cousin has something to do with Pac's death. That's something, that's hell of a lot of nerve to say somebody did something that you insinuate a nigga cousin to have something to do with a nigga murder. That shit right there, that just make you say, something ain't right here. You know what I'm saying? Something ain't right here. Because if he didn't say that in the documentary, we would have never known. We'd have never knew. You know? We'd have never knew. You know? It was that New York, New York. People don't understand it. It was that New York, New York video shoot. That's how the fucking NY 187 diss track came in effect. All for that fucking video shoot. You know what I'm saying? That's what people don't understand. You know? So I tell people, man, you gotta really peep, peep, peep game, bro. Niggas don't be peeping game, man. One thing about me, I peep everything. I see a lot of shit, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's deeper than rap with me. Because I don't believe everything I hear, man. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want to blame this one, blame that one. But when you really look at it, who really is the motherfucking responsible for everything? And it don't really be who they say. That's the funny thing about all of that, you know. But I'm surprised that Keefe D got motherfucking, you know, how you say, is getting his getting bail. Not surprised by that. That was bound to happen. And nobody else should be surprised about that. You know. Can't be surprised about nothing. You know? It's just crazy to me that people are surprised. You know. You know. That's the shit that killed me about it. Like, motherfuckers was surprised. You know. But I wasn't surprised. Not at all. You know. But it's what it is. Katt Williams is another. Let me say this about the Katt Williams shit. So y'all see what's going on with Katt Williams right now. Him going at everybody. Yeah, I seen that video with Benzino. Yeah, I seen that. That's crazy. But let me say this about the Katt Williams shit. It's just like niggas talk about the Epstein shit, right? Let's keep it real, right? I would feel sorry about the Epstein situation if I didn't watch the documentary. And when I watched his documentary and I watched Peter Nygaard's documentary, and I said to myself, hold on. So you mean to tell me these women, oh, it's coming soon, bro. It's coming soon. It's coming soon. The whole full shit is coming soon. We just working, man. You know me. But when I watched the Peter Nygaard documentary, right? And he had all the video vixens. I'm talking about all the joints that you done seen in everybody rap video was a part of Peter Nygaard's squad. Like he had the bad Brazilian joints, black joints, Middle Eastern chicks, bad chicks, right? Salute, Kareem. And same thing with Epstein. So I watched the documentary and the chick said these dudes was living like how Hefner was living. Same way. These chicks was taking fucking gifts from this dude. He's putting a couple of them to college. A couple of them he put them in college. And I said to myself, hold on. If this man is a monster, how y'all putting these chicks, how is he putting all these chicks through college? And nobody's saying nothing. They not saying no. They not leaving. They could have been got the nigga locked up. But it was for the money and the fame and notoriety. These bitches went on and wrote books. I don't feel sorry for them. Because if you a real victim, you wouldn't look at the assets and the gains that you gonna get going on a platform to get interviewed and get books and movie deals. That's to me is crazy. That to me is crazy. That's just like with the surviving R. Kelly shit. I can't take people serious that's real victims. And maybe because I got family members that been molested. I got family members that happened to. I can't take people serious that say they took gifts from people that you say is bad people. If this is a bad man, why is you taking gifts? Why would you take a book, a job, and all this? One chick said she was doing this, she was a masseuse. And how she got hooked up with Epstein was that he used to come to her massage parlor that she used to work at. And he recruited her. And I'm like, what? Like, a lot of this shit just didn't make no sense to me, man. You know what I'm saying? And I tell people, you know, none of this shit gonna make sense to me, man. You know? And like, I don't really believe that whole list. People say it's a list. I don't believe that whole list that they talk about. Because if the list was so real, I remember one time they used to say some crazy shit like, yo, all them niggas is on they on house arrest. They got an ankle monitor. I'm like, yo. I'm like, yo, I'm not listening to none of this shit. Then I heard Chris Tucker, he said that how he got the C dude was that they was going to Africa and it was his plane he flew on. So it is what it is, man. You know. I don't the list and shit, that shit is cap. I don't believe none of that shit, bro. I just don't believe none of this shit that niggas be saying on the internet, bro. Just like they had that video with Method Man, right? They said Method Man was dissing Kanye. I done seen that video before. That video was him talking about Wendy Williams dissing his wife. Or speaking about his wife. Him and Wendy Williams had a relationship or whatever in the past. But Wendy Williams started bringing up his wife that was sick, right, at the time. And he was talking about how people could put any type of egregious shit out there and people will believe it. Niggas took that shit, Tasha K and all these motherfuckers took that video, took that whole clip, and they put it out there, and they said this and that. Well, we already know they start all the fucked up shit. Come on, bro. And you can't believe everything you hear on the internet, man. They had one list that they had Ralph Ellison name on the list. And I'm like, yo, Ralph Ellison been dead since 94. How the fuck he was on Epstein Island? I'm like, yo, they got Ralph Ellison on there. They had names of people that was dead like before the 90s. Some of them was dead since the 90s. Some of them was dead, you know. So I'm like, yo, this is crazy, man. I wouldn't believe nothing, bro. I can't believe nothing when the list fugazi, bro. The list just look fugazi to me, bro. A lot of shit be looking fugazi to me, bro. Like people be cooking up a lot of shit. You gotta be careful believing a lot of shit on the internet, bro. Because all this shit on the internet don't even be factual, son. But it is what it is, man. But yeah, with this Katt Williams shit is out of hand, bro. So I'm watching Katt Williams interview with Willie D. I saw it. The Shannon Sharp shit was off the meat rack. So he goes on Willie D platform and he takes it up all the way a double notch. This time he's going crazy. But this the thing with gets me with Katt Williams, right? He doing all this to promote his tour that he got, or I think he got a special with Netflix or something, right? And I'm saying to myself, like, this is what I don't like about Katt Williams, right? You don't have to tear your own people down just to get your point across. A lot of these dudes will tear their own people down just to get their point across. Same thing with Jaguar, right? Same thing with a lot of these motherfuckers, which I don't understand. Nobody can't have a conversation no more. Everybody want to motherfucking go be messy. They want to write a book and be messy. You know what I'm saying? Some people, I can understand they gripes. Like, I'm going to keep it real with you. I could understand a Gene Deal's gripe because him and Puff was like family. And he feel the way he feel on a personal level. Choke no joke. If somebody break my jaw, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to feel the way I feel against Jay-Z because his niggas broke my jaw. You know what I'm saying? So I understand niggas like that. Now, I can't understand a motherfucker where I ain't got no personal problems, but I'm so peed off that the industry done blackballed me and I've been blacklisted that I'm just going to go on a tirade and just start airing motherfuckers out. That's the craziness that I don't be respecting with these motherfuckers. Just like with Katt Williams. You know, what people don't understand is all comedians, let me tell you this right now, all comedians steal jokes. That's just comedians. That's just what comedians do. You know, Richard Pryor used to steal Bill Cosby jokes when he first started out. Red Fox, Dick Gregory, all of these dudes used to, Flip Wilson, they all used to steal jokes when they started. You understand what I'm saying? And then later, Eddie used to take a lot of Richard routines and all them cats used to do that. They used to steal, you know, jokes. Bernie Mac done stole jokes. Everybody done steal jokes. It's Steve Harvey. Everybody done did it. You know, Martin, when he used to be at the in LA, when he was at the comedy show, the Comedy Store, you know, he used to steal jokes. He used to steal a lot of Robert Harris jokes. You know what I'm saying? But when you a comedian, you great at what you do, you know what I'm saying? And you could become the top dog, you can't hate. you know? But people don't understand is that's just the art of, you know, being a musician or being an artist. People gonna steal jokes. They gonna steal comedy, you know? So that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, Richie done stole jokes. You know, Flip Wilson done stole jokes. Everybody done did that. Stole styles and all that. When people say, yo, Steve Harvey stole Mark Curry style. You know, okay. You know, that's the same thing they said about Richard Pryor. When he first came on the scene, he stole Bill Cosby style. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, you know, I tell people like this. If you never seen Hanging with Mr. Cooper and the Steve Harvey show, they was two different, total opposite different shows. The Steve Harvey show was based off of a dude being a musician, becoming a school teacher, right? And the principal was a girl that he went to school with. Shout out to Mark Curry. I like Mark Curry. Mark Curry show, Hanging with Mr. Cooper, was about him living with two females, Dawn Lewis and Holly Robinson Pete. Dawn Lewis left in season 1. Raven Simone, and I forgot the other chick name that was on the show, came and lived with him. So he lived with 2 females or 3 females in the house. And he was a basketball coach. He wasn't a teacher. Steve was a music teacher. He was a basketball coach. The show was done by Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers, back in them days, if you had a successful show, and this is what TV used to do all in the 80s and even in the 90s, when black TV shows, if it was black TV shows were successful, they would take from the black television show and copy the style. So when the Cosby's was popping, they had a bunch of Cosby shows that came out in the 80s. You know, Flip Wilson had a Cosby show inspired show with Jaleel White on there, right? And my son Christoph St. John, The Family Matters, 227, all was Cosby inspired. All these TV shows have always been, if it's a black show, it's always been motherfucking inspired to be what the successful black show was. Hanging with Mr. Cooper was a successful black show on ABC. Just like Family Matters was successful on ABC, Hanging with Mr. Cooper was successful on ABC. It was only 2 black shows on ABC that was successful. Family Matters and Hanging with Mr. Cooper. You understand what I'm saying? And the Steve Harvey show was on the WB. And WB had Jamie Foxx show, Sister, Steve Harvey show. So I don't think a nigga was copying nobody's style. It's just, that's television. That's what they do. You know, like I said, Hanging with Mr. Cooper was a successful television show on ABC. You know, In the House was successful. If you look at In the House and you look at Fresh Prince, it's the same exact show. It's the same exact show. Quincy Jones was behind that show. LL Cool J, who was Marion. First it was on NBC and then it left NBC and it went to UPN, right? They had the show The Brothers, which was supposed to be like the male version of what Living Single was, with Dwayne Martin and Kadeem Hardison, you know? But In the House was basically what Fresh Prince of Bel-Air was. The only difference was LL's character, Marion, was a football player. Carlton Banks was on In the House, but he didn't use the name Carlton Banks. He used the name Maxwell. So in the last episode of In the House, you see James Avery, Tatiana Ali, and Daphne Reed comes in the end of the show with Jeffrey, You understand what I'm saying? But if you watch In the House was basically the same as Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Let's keep it real. You know? Nah, it wasn't the worst. Muck Muck. It wasn't the worst. You had Martin, you had Rock, you had Moesha, you had the Parkers, you had the Jamie Foxx show. It wasn't the worst. I think it was the worst in the 2000s. Because everybody got a sitcom in the 2000s. You had Eve had a sitcom. Boris Kojo and Nicole Parker, they had a sitcom. Everybody had a sitcom in the 2000s. You know, Kevin Hart, you know, it was worse in the 2000s. The 90s it was TV. Keep it real with you, TV didn't cancel black shows. It was successful back then. You had a black television sitcom because that was feeding Hollywood. You know, black shows was feeding Hollywood in the 90s. You know, even the movies, everything black was basically feeding Hollywood. You know, at that point, and then after the 2000s, you started seeing no more black shows and no more black TV shows, no more black nothing, because they didn't need it no more. They already used it. And then you see the resurgence with Power and Empire because they didn't have nothing black, so they needed some black shows. You know? I mean, it was coonery and buffoonery, but it still was, you know, successful television. You know? You know what I'm saying? If you got fucking a lot of the reality shows is cooning and buffoonery if you want to ask, if you want to be technical, you know. But like I said, with Katt Williams, let me get back to what I was saying about Katt Williams. Katt Williams come out and he said what he said. And he just went crazy. Same thing with my man from Sanford and Son, right? My man Lamont. And I saw something with DC Curry, right? He said, "Yo, I didn't do this, I didn't do such and such, and that's why I left Hollywood." A lot of dudes just be, you gotta understand, bro. People gotta pick better roles for themselves, right? Every actor is not gonna be a Denzel Washington or a Wesley Snipes. You understand what I'm saying? You know why before Wesley had the tax invasion, he was the biggest nigga in the game. You know? Biggest man in the game. You know what I'm saying? Now the tax invasion and all other shit that was going on with Wesley Snipes, him doing what he was doing out there in South Carolina, with him buying the land and getting into, you know, his Pan-Africanism. You know, that's really what messed, you know, his career up, and they was blackballing him because, you know, Wesley was really a conscious dude. But a lot of people couldn't be a Wesley Snipes. You had dudes that were second tier actors. Second tier actors is not first tier actors. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of dudes got to understand. You had dudes like Wesley. You had dudes like Denzel, Lawrence Fishburne. You know, who else was big around that time in that 90s? Sam Jackson. But really it was Lawrence Fishburne, Wesley, and Denzel, right? That was the big four, right? That was the big four right there. So when you look at Hollywood around that time in the 90s, right? Wesley Snipes saved Marvel with Blade. Fuck with anybody talking about. Did his motherfucking thing. He saved that company. Let's keep it real. Wasn't for him doing that movie, he saved that company. Lawrence Fishburne, Matrix, killed it. Denzel, everything them brothers did in the 90s was crazy. And then you had the dudes like the Omar Epps and the Jamie Foxxes and the Idris Elbas and the Mekhi Pfeiffers and a lot of them other brothers that a lot of dudes ain't getting those big motherfucking roles. Especially in comedy. Like I told somebody the other day, I said, yo, in comedy in the 90s, it was a big five. And really, it was a big five in comedy. You had Eddie Murphy, who transcended from the 80s to the 90s. You had Eddie Murphy, Damon Wayans, Martin, Jamie, Chris Rock, Chris Tucker. Those like the top 6 top dudes. And then Bernie, you put Bernie in there, who was the top dogs when it came to comedy. And nobody else was the top dogs. Everybody was second tier comedians. And Will Smith is definitely late 90s. Will Smith was the top dog. He was up there. It was Will Smith, you gotta add him in there when it come to actors. When Jamie Foxx left the comedy realm and he went straight to drama and he went straight to acting, you know, he was the top 5. He was the top 5 biggest actor. When he did Any Given Sunday, see, Any Given Sunday took Jamie Foxx to a whole nother level. Okay? Took it to a whole nother level. And that's why I say, like, when Katt Williams talk, it's like, nigga, you being bitter and you being mad because you never, like, let's keep it real. Katt Williams ain't never had, like, a big pivotal role. Like, you could say, like, yeah, he got an Emmy for being on ATL. But he's never had a big pivotal role to say, like Martin did. Martin started off as a supporting cast on What's Happening Now, To Do the Right Thing, to fucking House Party and all that shit, right? To later go on and do movies like Thin Line Between Love and Hate, The Martin Show, Bad Boys. You get what I'm saying? Like Chris Tucker. Chris Tucker went from doing House Party 4, right? To now he got Dead Presidents, Friday, Money Talks, Rush Hour. You get what I'm saying? And that's what I'm trying to say. Like, niggas ain't never. Now, you could get mad at Kevin Hart. I'm not a big Kevin Hart fan. But you know what makes Kevin Hart a big star? Because he gets in the movies with the right actors. He gets in the movie with The Rock, Ice Cube, all these actors. Katt Williams, you ain't never seen him get in the role. He always been the third tier in the movie. He always been the third tier in the movie. Let's keep it real. Look at Friday After Next, First Sunday. Even when he was on My Wife and Kids, guest starring as Money Mike, he was always the second, the third tier dude in the movies. And it's no knock on that. But it's levels. I tell niggas, you got to play with your own pay grade, my nigga. Chris Tucker left. He stopped doing movies because he got to the spiritual. He got into the spiritual community. and he was dealing with God. But after he did Rush Hour 3, he fell back. And then he came back and he did the movie with Bradley Cooper, Silver Plane. Good movie with Bradley Cooper and Jennifer Lawrence. That was his comeback in the game. And then from there, he just did the Air movie with Marlon Wayans. So Chris Tucker doing more drama movies than comedy. He's not focusing on comedy no more. It's like Jamie Foxx. You know, when you graduate from comedy and you go into drama, it's a whole different realm. You know, a lot of actors can't do that. A lot of comedians can't graduate from comedy to drama. It's just not them, bro. I mean, Katt Williams is big, but Katt Williams is not. He's a B-list. Look. Katt Williams is a B-list star, right? Nothing wrong with being a B-list. He's not an A-lister, but he's a B-lister. And I think he's upset because he's not on the A-list thing. You know what I'm saying? Like all the dissing Michael Jackson and all that, that's corny, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because Michael Jackson was lied on. Let's keep it real. A lot of the shit that they said about Michael Jackson was false. The dude committed suicide because he know he lied. And what I didn't like with a lot of dudes, that's why Eminem, when Eminem did that record dissing Michael Jackson, he did the video. That's why Mike bought his whole catalog, right? And that's why they got him out of here. Well, I mean, Kevin Hart is Kevin Hart, and Dave Chappelle. You gotta look, Dave Chappelle. Yeah, they off the mic. They off mic. But Dave Chappelle wasn't a big comedian. You know what made Dave Chappelle big? The Chappelle Show. And the special he did before he did the Chappelle Show on HBO. Dave Chappelle at the point was like supporting cast. He was in certain movies like Half Baked and the shit that he did with Martin and Blue Streak. He was like supporting cast. Same like Kevin Hart. But, you know, when you got your own shit, you know, you could become big. And Dave had a big comedy show on Comedy Central that pivoted his career and made him the big dog, you know. Oh, TK Kirkland is a D-list nigga, and TK Kirkland is not funny. TK Kirkland just got lucky. He just was a groupie. He just dick ride a lot of niggas. And he had sticky fingers, okay? He robbed Eddie Murphy brother for a Rolex, left out the crib, robbed Puffy for his credit cards, had a bitch take all the credit cards from him. You know what I'm saying? Fucked up nigga, son. Fucked up nigga. I never want to be a friend with a nigga like that. Fucked up nigga. I mean, there's no proof that Michael did any of that stuff. See, you gotta look at this thing with the Michael Jackson shit, right? Michael Jackson bought the biggest shit out there, Neverland. He came from Gary, Indiana, made so much money, right? And just look at what happened to him, right? Michael, a lot of niggas don't know how he got vitiligo. Michael, when his hair got caught on fire, his skin also got that condition. He got that skin condition right after his head got caught on fire. Right? Michael Jackson was a smart businessman. When you could buy the Elvis catalog, the Beatles catalog, everybody catalog that came out of that record label, Beyonce, he owned everybody catalog. Now, them dudes like Tommy Mottola and Donnie Ienner and them, they didn't like that shit. So you know what they did? They said, fuck that. We gonna put a scandal out on Michael Jackson. We gonna put a scandal out there. Just like how they did with Prince before he passed. Put a scandal out there and all that. You know. The fucked up part about a lot of this shit is that Michael Jackson ain't never been the same ever since after that, man. Man ain't hurt no kids. They made it seem like this man was hurting children. He ain't even hurt no kids. You know? It's fucked up. You know? It's fucked up because why would you try to lie and say that this man did all this and then when you watch the documentary, the dudes that said that shit lied. Dude that was the main one, he lied. And not only that he lied, but he killed himself and said, yeah, I lied about all of that. Because he knew what he did was wrong. He knew he did was foul. And they did that all for money. Man was a generous dude. Wasn't trying to hurt nobody, man. And they put all that shit out there saying that man was touching kids and all that. You know what I'm saying? Until this day, man. You know, they still will say that lie about Michael Jackson. I'm not going with none of that because that wasn't true. I think a lot of people is equal opportunists in this world. And they will slander and say all type of fucked up things about people because people is miserable, man. You know what I'm saying? People is miserable. Just look at the shit with Will Smith, right? This nigga Bilal. He knew Will Smith for 40 years. Why would you get on Tasha K platform and diss some nigga that took you out of the streets of Philadelphia, put you in Hollywood, got you a position so you could be next to all the stars, got you making millions and millions of dollars, and the next thing you know, you going on a platform to shit on your mans? I would never shit on my mans that I know for 40 years. That changed my life. I could have been dead in my hood. I could have been in prison. Nigga changed my life. Come on, man. But motherfuckers in the black community, man, they prey on it. They prey on a nigga downfall, man. They prey on a nigga downfall, man. Let me tell you something, right? When it come to a lot of these communities, I'm gonna tell you something, right? When Jeffrey Epstein and all that Jewish community, they come out hard for Jeffrey Epstein. No, he did not go to Israel. We're not gonna allow you to say that. I was on Clubhouse. They was calling the people out that was trying to say anything about Israel or anything about a Jewish person. Woody Allen. They'll defend that man to the death. Our community, we don't defend our people, man. You know, and that's why we'll never, you know. I remember Pac said some real shit on Ed Bradley. When he did an interview with Ed Gordon, I mean. When he did an interview with Ed Gordon, and he said, yo, my own people, my own community will turn their back on me. I made a song, Keep Your Head Up, and they gonna turn their back and say that I did this to a woman. It's fucked up. And still to this day, the stigma is that he did it. that he was. I've heard Vlad made a statement. He was a sexual assaulter. Dude told Mike Tyson on the interview was fucked up about it, right? Mike Tyson, he goes to do an interview in Canada. Nobody talks about Desiree Washington lied on Mike, right? Dude calls him a sexual predator, convicted sexual predator. That's crazy to me, bro. But that's what I'm telling you, bro. They'll paint you as what it is, them characters, man. You know? And that's why I don't go with all that what they talking about with in the Hollywood shit. Because to me, they ain't keeping it real. They ain't keeping it real. They ain't keeping it real. Katt Williams shit. Like I said, man, whatever floats his boat and make him happy, if he feel that he gotta tear motherfuckers down to sell tickets, God bless him. I wouldn't want to live no life like that, man. Where I gotta sell tickets by tearing motherfuckers down to make money. That's crazy to me. You know? Let's keep it real. That's fucking crazy. You know what I'm saying? Nigga doing all that to sell motherfucking records, bro. Comedy tickets? It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I don't respect that. I don't respect these niggas, man. Bulletz Gotti don't respect these niggas, man. I don't. You know. You know what I'm saying? I don't respect Katt Williams. I don't respect none of them niggas, man. You get to a point where the money is low, the finances ain't where it's supposed to be. You getting high and you start just going at niggas for a comedy tour. Y'all don't understand. He doing all of this for a comedy tour. Katt Williams doing all of this because he has a comedy tour. Y'all need to realize that. If he didn't have a comedy tour, you think he would be coming out here saying all that shit? I don't knock him for doing what he do. You know, giving people money. But come on, bro. I'm not for none of that, bro. I'm just not that type of nigga, bro. I don't respect that shit. I don't respect that. You know what I'm saying? Nigga do it for money. All this for money. I think Katt Williams he took it a step too far. Saying the nigga sacrificed his son and Ricky Smiley, talking about niggas' wives. I think he was out of pocket for a lot of shit that he said. He could feel however he want to feel about niggas, but you don't have to go take it to that farther he took it. Damn, that weather is crazy outside. It's fucking, hold on, son. Hold on real quick. Hold on real quick. Yeah. So I just don't I just don't respect it. I don't respect it at all, man. I don't respect it. You know, I don't respect it at all. You know? So, that's how I feel about the Katt Williams situation. Now, the Jonathan Majors situation, I was watching his interview on ABC. Um, him talking about Megan Good, supporting him and everything with the case and all that, and how he met the chick he was dealing with. I'm gonna keep it real, right? I think what happened with Jonathan Majors was fucked up. You have a career, and I saw Katt Williams going at him. I didn't understand that, but it is what it is. Niggas, I don't. These niggas is goofy. But the shit with the Jonathan Majors shit is crazy. Cause dude should have beat that case. You running from a female. She put her hands on you. You know what I'm saying? She doing all type of wild shit. It showed in the video, the surveillance video, that he really didn't do nothing to Shorty. And the fucked up part about all of that shit is that the jury took her side over his. It's fucked up. But I think a lot of that is, oh shit. I think what people don't understand is that in that case, you know, if people really broke the case and they had an open mind, they would understand that dude was the victim. He was the victim in that case. You know what I'm saying? Because he was running from Shorty. You know, he shouldn't been found guilty, which was kind of crazy. He didn't stalk her; she stalked him. That's crazy. Like the bitch stalked him, and they turned it and made it seem like he stalked her. You know what I'm saying? She was hitting him, chasing him when he didn't do nothing to her. But you know how they is. It's slay a nigga season. That's what it is, slay a nigga season, and it's kind of beautiful that they protected that. Him and Shorty got a good relationship that they do. But that's crazy, man. I saw that shit, that tunnel, people talking about in the synagogue, and I'm gonna be honest with you with that, right? Nothing surprised me. Nothing surprised me with that synagogue shit. But what people gotta understand is they really run the city, my nigga. So why is niggas surprised that they got a tunnel with a synagogue, my nigga? They run the city. And it is what it is. You know? Nah, he ain't a gump. He ain't a gump. You know, what happened to him was fucked up. You know what I'm saying? He should not been found guilty, you know, when he wasn't the aggressor. It's on fucking video that he wasn't the aggressor. But it is what it is. I had in that restaurant before, Graham. But it's what it is. But like I was saying about that synagogue shit, that tunnel. I was surprised by that. And them niggas they run that city, man. And that was in their area. You know what I'm saying? You can't come in their area. And you saw how they wowed out. You ain't see nobody whooping their asses. None of that. You know why? Because they got power in the city. When you got power and they got their own police. That's what people don't understand. They got their own police. They got their own doctors, own ambulance. So that what happened was just proof to show you that who really runs the city. Niggas could talk about. Me personally, I'm not surprised. So I don't know why niggas is surprised and they doing all these videos. They should understand what the fuck it is, you know. But it is what it is. Niggas making complaints and arguing about shit that you can't change. You know, you can't change that. But it is what it is, man. I'm your boy Bulletz Gotti. I just wanted to come here and do a preemptive live with y'all. It is what it is. You know, it's fucked up though. Niggas is really it's fucked